Sa usapin pa rin ng West Philippine Sea, makakausap natin ang Vice Mayor ng Kalayaan Island, Vice Mayor Maurice Philip Alexis MP Albayda. Good evening, Vice Mayor.
Good evening po sa lahat po ng nanonood at pakinig po ng ating pong programa at isang makakalayaang gabi po sa ating lahat.
Yes, sir. Sir, mainit po ang usapin pagdating sa Kalayaan Island Group. Can you tell us po, ano po ba ang kasalukuyang sitwasyon ng mga residente sa Pag-asa Island at doon sa buong Kalayaan Municipality?
Well, life goes on and business as usual ang ating po mga magigiting na mamamayan. Ulitin ko po, mga magigiting na mamamayan. Sila po araw-araw gumigising, nagbibigay serbisyo po sa iba't ibang mga proyekto at programa ng ating pong pamahalaan. At ang pamahalaan naman po ay sumusuporta po sa ating pong mga magigiting na mamamayan sa pamamagitan po ng mga programa at proyekto at mga aktibidades na umaalalay lalong-lalo na po sa sektor po ng ating pong mga kabataan sa edukasyon at lalong-lalo na po sa ating pong mga mangingisda po sa ating pong bayan ng Kalayaan.
Sir, have you been receiving some threats po, let's say, external threats dahil po usapin pong China at usaping EEZ, marami pang iba. Sa mga development po ba na ito, nakakatanggap kayo ng banta sa labas po ng Kalayaan Island Group?
Well, admittedly, every time we are en route going to Pag-asa Island, we always receive radio challenges. Of course, from the China Coast Guard, the very infamous China Coast Guard. Ganon din ang nararanasan po ng ating pong mga mangingisda. As a matter of fact, there are strategic sandy case that cannot be, hindi pwedeng mapasok ng ating pong mga mangingisda dahil may mga intimidation po na ginagawa po ang China Coast Guard. Na supposed to be ang China Coast Guard po pumuprotekta sa atin pong mga naglalayag sa karagatan po, lalong-lalo na po sa West Philippine Sea.
Sir, when was the recent intimidation you experienced po mula sa Chinese Coast Guard, if you don't mind?
Well, nakakaranas kami kapag bumabiyahe kami papuntang Pag-asa Island. Talagang dadaan kami sa mga features na talagang strategic for them. At minsan gabi makakarinig kami ng radio challenges like you are entering Chinese territory, leave immediately. With that kind of accent from the China Coast Guard. Actually, recently, I don't know if this has been pero we received an information from one of our constituents na sakay ng isang lancha na papunta doon. Talagang around less than 100 yards na yung dikit noong China Coast Guard mula doon sa isang wooden hull vessel na maghahatid lamang po ng provision sa Pag-asa Island. That was lately lang yun, siguro around last week ng January. So every now and then we've been intimidated. We've been challenged. At hindi kami nagugulat kasi nga yun yung trabaho nila. Yun yung ginagawa talaga ng ating kapitbahay na bansa. To intimidate us, hoping that we will give up our West Philippine Sea, our Kalayaan Group. But to no avail, here we are still doing our mandate as a local government unit.
Sir, given all these challenges, may pahayag po ang isang senador, si Senator Rodante Marcoleta, na di umano'y isuko na lang yung Kalayaan Island Group. Ano po yung reaksyon ninyo dito?
Well, again, at first, I would have to qualify. I would have, as a former communication and information practitioner, I would have to recheck and to again replay the video, the totality of the video, so that he wouldn't be misinterpreted. But over and over again, as I watch it, sabi ko parang parehas lang yung ibig niya sabihin. Parang wala naman siyang directly, hindi ko alam, baka may problema sa comprehension ko or sa comprehension ng sambayan ng Pilipino. But then, still, it is what has been comprehended by most of us. So, of course, we are offended. We were hurt. We felt like we were being insulted. Like our, parang in a philosophical question, our existence was being questioned. Di ba? Parang for the longest time, all the efforts, all the dangers that we have faced, and then such a statement would be coming from one of our honorable public legislator. It's not just, it's not just right. It's like it's discouraging, it's disappointing, and it's disturbing.
Sa tingin niyo po ba naiintindihan ng mga politiko, especially dito po sa Metro Manila, yung actual situation po ng mga nakatira dyan sa Pag-asa Island?
Well, I believe there's a gap. There's a gap. We have to face the reality that there's a gap of information on how the public would understand the reality that we are facing in the West Philippine Sea. But it's okay. It's okay. That's why we never lose hope na iparating po sa sambayan ng Pilipino. Kami po, aside from outside our mandate as public officials, ay meron po kaming mga kani-kaniyang mga civil society organization that edifies the story of the West Philippine Sea, the story of Kalayaan Island Group po.
Sir, may mga nagsasabi pong nasa labas daw ng EEZ yung lugar nyo, pero merong mga Pilipinong nakatira dyan, obviously. Paano nyo po pinapatunayan yung legitimate presence ng Pilipinas po dyan?
Okay, time and again, I would have to adhere to the international maritime law experts that EEZ has nothing to do with our territorial integrity. Okay po. The Presidential Decree 1596, sa ikatlong whereas nakalagay dyan, effective occupation and control. Are we doing it? Are we realizing it? That's a big yes. Meron tayong mga mamamayan doon, magigiting na mamamayan who have sacrifices a lot, who have first given up the comfort of being in the mainland, of choosing the greener pasture elsewhere in the country, but they chose to be in Kalayaan. Why? Because they want to have a purposeful life. They want to find hope in that island. At para na rin po sa buong sambayan ng Pilipino na magkaroon ng himbing ng tulog, dahil po meron po tayong mga magigiting na mamamayan na nakatira po at nakaharap po mismo doon po sa mga external threats o sa mga foreign entities na nag-i-intimidate po sa atin.
Sir, if I may confirm din po, meron pong Sangguniang Bayan resolution to strike out the record, yung statement po na ginawa ni Senator Marcoleta. Itatanong ko lang po kung anong update doon. Bukas po ba ito? Matutuloy po ba? Go ahead, sir.
Yes, we've had a caucus with some of our colleagues in the Sangguniang Bayan, and we decided, I am the principal author, actually as much as possible. I would like to give it to my colleagues, but they said, you can do it. So I was the one who filed it this morning, earliest hour of the day. And this is to abhor, to condemn the statement, and as well as to expunge it from the records of the Congress, particularly the Commission on Appointments po.
Will you be giving a copy to the Senate po?
Well, I am planning, actually next week, I will be in Manila, and I am planning to personally hand it over to the Commission on Appointment Office, and as well as to the office of the good gentleman from Tarlac.
Alright, maraming salamat po, Vice Mayor Maurice Philip Alexis, MP Albayda. Ingat po, sir.
Maraming salamat, kalingan ka mo yung Diyos sa buhay. God bless us all.